Hey, are you outraged by commuters who insist that you hear cell phone conversations or the guy sitting next to you eating his breakfast? Hey, if you are annoyed at this kind of stuff, you're probably not alone. We want to hear about it. So give us a call at 212-396-WNYW. Now, joining us this morning to talk about people who are not acting appropriately in public transportation is Bruce Weinstein, the ethics guy. Is it Weinstein or Steen?
Weinstein.
Weinstein, who says the lack of manners infuriates him. He is also the author of What Should I Do? There's the book. And now you are really angry.
I am so upset with the outrageous conduct that I see. I cannot believe, you know, last night I was at a party and every single woman I talked with has been flashed, told me a flasher story. Now, I've never experienced that, but I have seen the most disgusting behavior, people clipping their toenails. I mean, who raises some of these people? And you have to wonder, you know, have we really gotten as far down the line as we possibly can? Now, see, the thing is, some of this behavior is not just offensive. It's harmful. I mean, when you don't give up your seat for a pregnant woman or an elderly person, you're actually putting them at risk of harm. So a lot of this behavior is not just rude, it's unethical.
You know, we've lost, I think, any semblance of common manners.
We have, and in fact, I'm so upset with this, I've decided to launch a newsletter that's going to look at ethics, not just on the bus, on the subway, on the train, but in society generally.
So you say people who hock a loogie on the floor.
Hock a loogie. I mean, is that just a Southern expression? You know,
no, we're familiar with it here, yeah.
To hock a loogie, the dictionary definition is the expulsion of mucus on the floor or your fellow commuter. Not often considered the most polite thing to do.
No, it's not.
No, but you don't really want to confront someone like that because, you know, you'll get it in the face and, you know, come on. But
wait, anytime you talk to somebody who's being rude, who's being inconsiderate on a subway or a bus, you run the risk of getting into a fight.
Yes, but there's a polite way to do it, and that's why the technique called the praise sandwich. The praise sandwich is a very useful way of getting what you want, of giving criticism. You begin with something that's sincerely flattering. You know, Jim, or if I don't know you, you know, sir, you seem like a very nice gentleman. And then you use I language. I'm a little concerned, though, by the fact that you're spitting, you know, on the floor. And, you know, I find it a little bit, you know, offensive. And then, you know, you end with an affirmation. You know, the praise sandwich. Praise, criticism, praise is often a very effective way of getting criticism.
All right, Bruce, I think Rochelle from Manhattan is on the phone. Rochelle, you there?
Yes, good morning, Jim.
Hi.
About a year ago, almost a year ago, I was on the bus. I was sitting, it was late in the day, a crowded bus. I was going to uptown, and a gentleman gets on. I won't call him a gentleman anymore. He was in his 40s with a cell phone, and right away he's talking. This is a very crowded bus. He's talking dirt about what he's going to do with the person on the other end of the phone. I don't know if it was a male or a female he was talking to, but, you know, I could read books about it, and I have, I'll admit. But I don't want to hear it in public.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, you know, you give him a dirty look, but he kept going and going.
That's the new problem. Thank you, Rochelle. That's the new problem now. Cell phones and proper use of same in a public.
I am sick and tired of having to deal with these jerks. I mean, there's no place you can go now. A bus, a train, a subway, even an airplane, where you cannot be forced to have to listen to somebody's behavior. You know, I don't want to listen to the intimate details of someone's personal life, the clinical details about their latest trip to the doctor. I mean, come on. There is a public line, a private line. We used to have public and private life. We don't anymore. It's one big auditorium, and it has got to stop.
All right. Hey, we got a lot of calls. Hey, how about, I got to ask you, how about, we were talking, Lynn and I talked about this, how about the person who you're reading your newspaper and the person next to you is going,
oh, yeah.
Reading along with you.
Yeah, you know what you do then? You get a red magic marker and you write, "Stop reading my damn newspaper." And that often, not always, but it can get the message across.
Okay, I'll get the hint. Hey, we had a lot of calls on the line, Bruce, so we're going to take a quick break and then come back and take some more of them.
Let's do it. But I want to end on an inspiring note that when we do the right thing, and not necessarily the easy thing, or when we don't do the selfish thing, when we do the right thing, when we give up our seat for the elderly person, the pregnant woman, we're not just doing the right thing, but we benefit in the long run. We're able to look ourselves in the mirror at the end of the day. We feel better about ourselves. We can sleep well at night. So doing the right thing benefits everyone in the long run. That's the good news.
Comes down to self-respect. Sure.
Yes, and respect for other people.
Yep, absolutely. We have Desiree from the Bronx on the line. Desiree, you there?
Yes, I am.
Morning.
Good morning. One morning about a month ago, I was riding the subway downtown with my 4-year-old daughter, and a woman insisted on squeezing herself into like an 8-inch space beside us, where she literally sat on my daughter's lap, where I had to pick my daughter up and put her on my lap just to avoid confrontation, and the train was outraged. She sat on her lap. When the space is too small and people insist on sitting in it, that drives me crazy.
Absolutely. And they sit down too, and it's not just, they don't just sit down, they go, squeeze and squirm their way in.
That was some pretty good performance comedy.
Well, yeah, well, you know, there you go.
But in fact, the MTA has acknowledged this problem with the bucket seats. So on new subways are the bench-style seats, so it can alleviate the problem that the
There's also a problem with the bucket seats. In case you get next to a good eater on the bucket seats, you're sitting in one half of the bucket.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Hey, Bruce, we had a lot of fun this morning, and you make a lot of sense. Would you care to come back sometime?
I would love to. I'd be delighted to come back.
We'd love to have you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right.